This call may be monitored or recorded for quality assurance or training purposes.
This call may be recorded.
Hey Tatiana. Hey everybody.
Hello. Shelly, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm excited for Memorial Day weekend.
Oh my gosh. I am too. Or you guys do anything fun?
It's my husband's birthday, so we're gonna have a little ice cream bar and his brother's coming out. So a little low-key, fun, tasty.
That sounds like a good time. That'll be really fun. How far does his brother live?
An hour and 20. So not too bad.
Not so bad. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hi, Marissa. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
let us know what fun plans you have for the holiday coming up. I don't know that we're doing anything fun. I mean, we might be going to Midway. Actually, I heard there's a sheep herding dog competition on Saturday.
No, just like in Babe.
Oh my gosh. Wouldn't that be so cool? I kind of want to go. So we're going to be up to the area, maybe a night or two with some family. Anyways,
that sounds so fun. So fun.
That'll be nice. All right. Well, let's listen to some calls. Let's jump on in.
Yeah.
We got 4 of them. Here we go.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling. How can I help you today?
Could you hear that?
Yeah, I did.
And a little fast. Let's try again.
Thank you for calling. How can I help you today?
Man.
Hi, I just have a question. Do you guys work around like Brooklyn Park?
We do, yes.
I was just wondering, do you guys do free estimate or gonna be?
It depends on what sort of work needs done. What did you need the estimate on?
So I need a light right in front of my front door.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I want.
Yeah, for that I'd have to send someone out. That would not be a free estimate. It would be $89. They'd come out, they'd give you a few estimates there, and we would waive that fee once you went forward with the light installation.
It's only 17 seconds. Hold on.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Welcome. Would you like to make an appointment to have someone come out?
No.
No, not at the moment.
Not at this moment.
Okay. Well, thank
All right,
you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
All right. So what are we thinking? So there are some things I like about this call for sure.
Yeah.
There are a couple of things I really like about this call, and there are lots of things I don't love about this call.
Yeah. I'm with you there.
Okay. Do you have any thoughts? It's only a minute long. So this was 1 minute and 3 seconds. It's pretty short.
Yeah.
So we can go back through it again and kind of break it down a little bit. Or do you want to do that, or do you just have thoughts right out the gate?
I know in the beginning, the customer kind of mentioned what question, and then the CSR was like, well, that depends on something. Like it sounded like she was almost not that she was looking for a way out of helping the customer, but it sounded like she was going to have to jump through some hoops to find something that this company was willing to do for her. It didn't seem welcoming. It didn't sound like she was happy to help or that this was a normal situation. It seemed like it was like, oh, you got that? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
probably not.
I did have a little bit of an epiphany, if you will, while we were listening to this call, because I was talking to someone recently and we were talking about the phrase, it depends, and whether or not it's a negative phrase. Because I can see why you'd want to say it depends. Right. But I can also see why it might be a little unsettling when someone says it depends, because you're like, well, just tell me what I need to know. You know what I mean? Like I need an answer to this question. And in this call, my epiphany was she told the customer it depends. And I found it was very unnecessary because she immediately after goes on to ask more questions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Marissa says it's not confident. And I agree with that. So here's what my epiphany was. If someone asks you a question and you want to say, like, okay, like let's take this example. How is it a free estimate? Well, it depends. Tell me more about what you need, right? Instead of saying that, you could just say, you could even just say, let me get more information. Let me get more information from you, and I can absolutely go over how the pricing will be structured. Tell me more about what's going on.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I
Do you
like
think that's
that.
better than it depends? Okay. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm with you.
I struggle to see it depends as an overwhelmingly negative phrase personally, but I also find I think that instead of saying it depends, just ask more questions and then tell them exactly what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that idea. Like maybe saying, yeah, we definitely do that. We just need to make sure it's this, this, and this.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
Because
is this your situation? Mhm.
I've had some people, I've actually heard calls in the past where CSRs have said, hey, do you guys do, I'm trying to think of an example of how to demonstrate this. Let's use the price again. Hey, do you guys do free estimates? And they'll say, so we do a couple options. If you're having a problem, then it is going to be a charge. It depends on what kind of problem you have. We'll have someone come out. If there isn't a problem and you just want to price on a free estimate or price on, like an installation, then we can give that to you at a free estimate. Or if it's so they go down this really long explanation of all the different ways our pricing works instead of asking a question and getting straight to whatever matters to them.
Yeah, that would have saved that would have been so much more efficient. I like that idea.
Right. And so that was where my epiphany was at. So this call was pretty short. I mean, I don't think time was the problem here, but I do think we get so caught up in it depends and we try to over explain where we would cut down that time more than in half if we would just ask more probing questions and then give them exactly whatever information directly applies to what they're looking for.
Yep. I totally agree. And I like what Marissa said as well. She said, just say, tell me more. Like skip the negative and just give that positive. Like, tell me more. Yeah. I like that a lot. Thank you, Marissa.
I do too. Mm-hmm. All right. Do you want to anything else what else stood out to you? Do you want to break it down more? Or do you want to keep listening?
Let's see. Was there something on the end? Oh, she was like, no. Customer was like, no, I don't think I'm going to book. And then I feel like this CSR was kind of on the fence, but I feel like it's so important that when somebody says they want to call around and go elsewhere or not book, we still need to be very appreciative and very kind and not sound bitter.
She did a little bit at the end.
Yeah.
She was like, okay, well, have a good day.
Yeah. Like you just wasted my 60 seconds.
Right. Okay, Marissa's getting into what I did like. So I think you kind of summed up what I like. I like that she did ask for the appointment. So some really awesome parts of this call was her productivity. I mean, she wasn't a passive call taker, right? And I agree. Marissa had mentioned this earlier, but I agree right there at the beginning. It almost sounded like she was going to let the customer lead the call. And she kind of did because she didn't ask a question right out the gate. And so it was a little bit slow to start out. But by the end of it, she had very clearly attempted to schedule the customer twice. Very clearly, very assertively, she had just gone right in and said, do you want to? Right? Yeah. The first one wasn't a yes or no. It was I think it was a time question. I could be wrong about that. We could go back and listen if we want. But just that's what stood out to me. 2 times very clearly. But it also highlights really clearly the difference between connection and transaction because this did not seem like a very connection-based interaction.
Yeah, no, definitely didn't feel that way.
They didn't have a relationship. There was no care, no real strong listen principle. She didn't try to reassure, validate, anything like that. It was really quick to the point, transaction. Yeah, that's the part I didn't like if I were to sum it all up.
Yeah, I'm with you there. All right.
Why don't we go to the next one?
Sounds good. Let's do it.
This is Destiny. How can I help you today?
Yes, this is Pedro. I was trying to get some services to the house.
I'm sorry?
Trying to get somebody to come over there to the house.
Is this the same person?
I don't think so.
I'm curious.
Thank you for calling. How can I help you today?
Okay, no, it sounds different.
Okay.
This is Destiny. How can I help you today?
Yes, this is Pedro. I was trying to get some services to the house.
I'm sorry?
Trying to get somebody to come over there to the house. Toilets are clogged up.
Okay, how many toilets?
I see 2 of them.
All right, you guys, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that because that is a very common response. I've got some toilets that are clogged up. Transaction reaction is okay. How many toilets? No care, no reassurance. Sure, she's listening. Yeah, we could say that.
Yeah.
It sounds very transactional.
Yeah.
A really, really quick interjection for anyone listening to this that would like some tips. Care, reassure, that's it. So even something like, oh man, yeah, that's not good. You need to get those toilets unclogged. You called the right place. How many toilets do you have?
Yep. And especially with clogged toilets, like everyone's going to be self-conscious, even if this is like a public space or, a mall. It just,
right.
So
it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, it really is. So I always like saying, oh, we take care of this kind of thing all the time. You're in good hands.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. All right.
Okay. And what was the address? And your name?
Pedro.
Okay, and we do charge $155 an hour with the minimum of 1 hour plus any material.
No worries.
Ooh.
This is a good contact number.
No. Call my number. My cell phone number is going to be correct.
Okay, we'll contact you when we can head your way.
All right, thank you. I said it's going to be sometime today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no problem. Perfect. All right, well, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, bye.
Wait, did she even ask for an appointment? Did she even say, hey, we can come out today, or what works?
I don't think she asked, but I think she said, hold on, let me go.
He was like, so are you coming out today?
No. Call my number, my cell phone number. Correct.
Okay, we'll contact you when we can head your way.
We'll contact you when we can head your way.
All right, thank you. I said it's going to be sometime today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no problem. Perfect.
Yeah, I don't think he didn't even know what day it was going to be. He had to ask what day he was coming out.
That's interesting. You never asked, never told him. We'll contact you when we can come out.
Mm-hmm.
How fascinating.
Yeah.
It's fascinating that we do that knowing we would hate it if someone did that to us.
Yeah.
That's the part that boggles me. Is I understand not having, every business is a little different. Some companies have time frames, some don't.
Mm-hmm.
Some will give you the time ahead, but as a customer, you wouldn't like that.
Right.
You wouldn't want to hear that. So why would you say it to somebody else? Why not just give them a little bit more reassurance?
Yeah. And it sounds like the CSR was prioritizing it. Like we're going to get out there today, but he didn't know that. The customer had no idea. We could have said, we're going to prioritize this. We're going to get out to you today. We're going to give you a heads up when we're on our way, instead of just like, all right, we'll let you know when we show up. And his mind is like, could be 2 weeks later. He doesn't know.
I know. It's like, do I call somebody else, or is this going to work for me? Like zero reassurance.
Yeah.
So interesting. Yeah, I don't love that. What stood out to me, because both of these calls were about almost exactly a minute. This one was 1 minute and 7 seconds. The last one was 1 minute and 3 seconds. They both sound very transactional. Yeah. There's a lack in personalization, and you can hear just how luck-based these calls are. Yeah. You know what I mean? Now, in the first caller's defense, she did proactively ask for the appointment. And in this one, she assumptively went with the appointment. But the problem is there's not a whole lot to grab onto if you're a customer. Like if I called both of these clients right now and I said, hey, my name's Tatiana. Like I heard that you had a problem, and I definitely want to find you a solution because I would be miserable in that situation as well. I'd love to work with you and find a way that we can get this problem resolved as soon as possible. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm immediately more likable than both of these two were. Mm-hmm. And so when the customer is faced with probably the same availability that they were already faced with, they're going to choose the one they like more.
Yeah. And you made it sound like you were prioritizing them, which would be another huge thing. Like, I like you. You prioritize me. I mean, 100%. They would pay more for that. They would. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, these calls are kind of bummery. Let's see. We've got 2 more. Let's see what we've got.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rebecca.
Hi, Rebecca. This is Sue. Looks like our chiller stopped working.
Oh no.
I know.
Okay.
I don't know what happened. I can't get it to start. We've been thinking it was running, but I think we've been living off of the storage tank here for a couple, 2-3 days, and we're probably going to run out of water here at the time.
Oh no. Okay, we don't want that to happen. I can definitely get Rob or my other technician there tomorrow. Rob has a morning Scottsdale call. And so I'm thinking in the afternoon, like a 12 to 4, he can hit you on the way home as he ends his day in Florence. So he goes straight through there anyway. If 12 to 4 tomorrow works, you have enough water for today or tonight?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Otherwise, my other technician right now is he's in between calls at a call. He has a Gilbert call, and I could shoot for this afternoon. I just really don't know how long that one's going to take him. So I'm not quite sure. But what I can do, Sue, is put you on for tomorrow in that 12 to 4 time window. And if they can get there today, they can just reach out if you're going to be hanging around.
Yeah, that would be, that would work today too.
Okay, let's pause.
Yeah. All right. Much better. Much better.
So much better.
So much better.
So much better. There's so much. She's a lot of care. She's using the customer's name. She's explaining so the customer feels like she's in the loop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a
Yeah,
lot
so
better.
good. She mentioned. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go first.
She mentioned that, hey, tomorrow the technician, he can hit you on his way home after. So when she was explaining it like that, it sounded like it was going to be 5 or 6 in the evening. But then she was like noon to 4, and I was like, well, that doesn't sound like end of the workday on your way home. So maybe just jumping in like, yeah, he can get you right away, tomorrow noon to 4. Let's, instead of on his way home after a long day's work.
I know, 9 o'clock at night. We'll be there eventually. Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder why she said it that way.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. All right. Well, yeah, I could agree with you. Maybe more value or a different way to explain it. Maybe almost building it like it's good news instead of bad news. Would you say it kind of falls under that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. All right, let's keep going.
All right.
Oh, wait, I'm going to read Marissa's comment first. I like to tell the CSRs that the customer doesn't need to know what your techs are doing. They only really want to hear when we're going to get them taken care of. Oh my gosh, that is so true.
So true. So true.
Yes.
The minute we start talking about other customers, it just sounds like we're at the lowest, they're ahead of us in priority level. So, yeah.
Absolutely. I also agree. This was a great opportunity for the urgency list.
Yes.
To preface it with that.
Yes.
All right, let's keep going.
All right.
Perfect. And Rob has quite a few calls left. My other technician has the one that he's on and one more. So just kind of whoever finishes up first, and if they finish up, appropriately, we can definitely do that. Otherwise, I have you set in stone for tomorrow between 12 and 4. If they can come today, they'll just give you a call.
Okay, great.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you for your flexibility, Sue. I appreciate that. I'll get it on now and let them know.
Like
you said
that.
it's just not coming on or then.
Well, it just doesn't come on.
Okay. No, well, then, yeah, that would definitely not let it produce, huh? And you did try the reset button, I'm assuming.
I've been poking at that thing and poking at it.
I know it. Some of
ready.
it. Yeah.
She's
some
so
of it don't
likable.
work. I just want to make sure I give them all the information. All right, Miss Sue, I have enough here for you. I'll not take up any more of your time, and we'll see you as soon as we can.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Agreed, Marissa. Marissa says she loves the gratitude. I totally agree.
Mm-hmm.
She had a strong listen principle at the end. So pulling that in earlier, I agree would be a good idea. Oh yeah. Overall, what I like about this call is I love how personal she is.
Mm-hmm.
She's clearly very good at sounding positive and sounding sincere, and she's very good on her feet with rapport. I would say my opportunity was she kind of kept that same nonchalant attitude when it came to scheduling.
Right.
And that's the moment I think she should have lifted it up a little bit more to do what you said, Shelly, where it's kind of help show how we think this is urgent. So instead of saying something like, whoever gets done first, we'll just send them over. It'd be something like, as soon as one of them finishes, I'm going to send them right your way. So whichever one's done first, we're coming out to you immediately.
Oh, that sounds 100 times better. That really does sound better. Yeah. And then her urgency list was kind of like at the very end, she was like, oh, we'll call you if we can get there today. That's actually really cool news. That's a big deal. Make a big deal.
I know. Agreed. Yeah. So I like overall her casualty, but I would add a little more urgency in the right moments.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna get through all 4 calls today. I've got one more.
Yeah. I feel like talking about the other technicians, apart from your suggestion of, hey, we got 2 technicians, whoever gets done first is headed your way. Apart from something like that, I feel like when we bring up the technicians and they're on another job, or they're, it just feels like that whole, we're all booked up today, but we can get to you tomorrow. Like, well, of course they know that if your next appointment is tomorrow, then they must be booked up today.
Right. Goes without saying.
Yep.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, look at my cool sweater. I got it from Disneyland. It's the Avengers. Look at it. They've got
it. I love it. I love it. Cute.
All right, here we go. Mm-hmm. My daughter's like, I want one of those sweaters. You should get one of those sweaters. We'll be matching.
Yeah, put the link in the description so we can all jump.
I know. This is not a what's it called? This is not a
where'd you go?
I can't think of it.
Amazon affiliate marketing.
Affiliate, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
I'm affiliated with the Avengers. No big deal.
The Avengers themselves, actually. The main.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Sponsored ad, yeah.
Yeah.
This is Layla. How can I help?
Hey, Layla. How are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
A little warm, but doing okay. Thank you for asking.
Oh, goodness.
I'm reaching out because I'll spare you the long story, but we have been in a home with this HVAC system, a split system HVAC that's been in the house since it was built in 2008. And we've been working through a home warranty for the last couple of months, but we've had to make 4 service requests in the last 5 months. And we're at the point where it looks like our HVAC system may need replacement. It's got a severe leak of refrigerant, and it's one of the systems that they no longer make refrigerant for. So I'm interested in an estimate on a replacement for that split system HVAC system. Don't really know, just starting the process, so don't really know what all of that entails. I just know that we've been in a hotel for 3 weeks trying to wait on system repairs, and I'm at my wit's end. So first it was a coolant leak, then it was a drip pan that leaked, that rusted through and ripped through my sheetrock, and now we got the sheet pan replaced, but now because the system was off for 2 weeks, it's leaked all the coolant out, and so now we're back to square one.
Oh, goodness, that's no good.
Oh my gosh.
This is the most awful situation, but he's so patient because she was like, how are you doing? He goes, I'm all right. I'm just a little warm. And then he goes on to talk about this nightmarish situation.
Okay, I was thinking the same thing. Like, I don't normally like it when people interject. At least I'm trying really hard to get out of the habit of little vocal nods that cut people off. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. I'm not a huge fan of the vocal nods, but in a situation like this, she had to. And I'm so happy to hear that she did it, because he was dropping bomb after bomb after bomb, and she was just like, oh my God. Wow. I'm so glad that she did that. But normally, if they're just kind of explaining some things, I don't think it's necessary. But in a situation like this, I'm so happy she did that. And I'm so happy with how likable she was in the literal seconds before he started talking about this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She didn't have a whole lot of time, but I am sure after hearing this, at least this portion, who knows what the next 4 minutes have for us, but at least this portion, I would really feel like that customer is going to feel heard.
Yeah.
And like someone's actually paying attention and understands the gravity of his situation because of how engaged, how likable she was.
Yeah.
Right out the gate.
Absolutely. So many people feel like they can't be heard and taken seriously unless they throw those fireworks, even though this wasn't like their mistake. This is just his situation. But the fact that she was just right there, right on top of it, and he didn't even have to sound upset. He was just like, I'm a little warm, just living here for 3 weeks because this nightmare is.
Oh, in a hotel? I'm like, God, that sounds miserable.
Oh my goodness.
It's so expensive.
Oh
Man, that's so funny. Okay. Well, let's keep listening to it. We're a minute and a half in. And I think that we talk a lot about creating our strong first impression in the first minute of a call. This is a great example of a chatterbox who's going to just go a little bit over, but she's doing so good at not rushing him, of really letting him talk. I'm really hoping that she keeps the same stamina and also leads the call. And it's not just him talking the whole time, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, here we go.
I would love to get someone out there for a free no obligation quote, get that process started as quickly as possible for you. And forgive me, who do I have the pleasure of speaking with today?
Oh, I never shared my name, so no need to ask forgiveness. My name is David.
All right, David. Is there a time that works particularly well for you? Because I have appointments as early as today.
All right, so let me tell you, Shelly and I shared a glance. Say what I'm thinking about. I love her reassurance right out the gate.
Yep.
As soon as he says that, she's been giving care the whole time and then immediate reassurance as soon as he's done explaining the problem. But then she also ties into that reassurance the price. And that's the part I don't love. So I wish she would have held off on that, even though it is a no obligation consultation and it's free. I still consider that that is the value that we want to save until after. We're going to wait on that.
Yeah, because it's not free because it's not worth anything. It's free because they're offering a big service, complimentary.
Totally. Yeah. So that's my area of opportunity. She's very, very smooth, though. She's now asking him what he wants and when his availability is. So ultimately, so strong. I'm definitely hearing all 5 principles. I've heard positive, prepared,
care.
Well, listen. She could have restated. I do think there's a lot of info here. I wish I would have heard a little bit of a restate.
Yep.
To make sure.
Yeah, you got that.
Yeah, that's the one thing I wish she would have said so far. But ultimately, I love her care, her reassurance. She's very positive, very prepared, very likable.
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
What time today do you have available?
I have at 12 o'clock and at 2 o'clock this afternoon.
How do we know that without his address?
Let's do noon today would be wonderful.
All right, I'll hold that for us. And I would just need the best callback number for you and the home address.
Absolutely. My contact number is and the address of the property is.
And while I put you into our system here, how did you hear about us here?
Googled you and sponsored ads through Google, was particularly because I work in the customer service world as well.
Yes.
The 5 stars, 1.4, 1,400 Google reviews with a 5-star rating stood out to me tremendously. So, based on that, I also too had gone through this process a couple months ago with one of your major competitors, and they were a bit more of a premium product that was outside of our price range.
Yes, sir.
I also saw the note that you're offering the special potential 48 months no interest financing with approved credit up to the end of July, which stood out to me.
Absolutely. And I'm glad you decided to give us a call today so we can get out there, get you that quote, and get the ball rolling for you. We don't want you in a room any longer. 3 weeks is more than enough.
Let's go. Hold on.
A 5-year-old.
I'm so glad that she just said that. I am
Oh, that felt so good.
That felt so good. Okay.
Yeah, 3 weeks is more than enough. Let's get you taken care of. Last year, my family, we couldn't get our air conditioner fixed for 5 weeks in the summer in Atlanta. 5 weeks.
That's my nightmare, Shelly. That's just my nightmare. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. Now, you know how they talk about, being emergency prepared, food or water in case of a natural disaster, but now we have emergency preparedness air conditioning. So,
Holy cow. But
So,
really though.
yeah.
But really though. And it's
Mhm.
necessary. I don't know how other places don't have it. I
Yeah.
really don't. Okay, let's keep listening. I'm so happy she just did that.
I know. I love her.
Now that a 15-year-old dog, so it's quite the inconvenience.
It's just about the same amount of care.
Yeah, oh yeah, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. The only thing I would ask if you might be able to notate it is I will need to take my dog back to a place with air conditioning for her health. So if it is possible to have the technician give us a call maybe 30 minutes before their attendant arriving so that I can make sure I'm here on site.
Absolutely. I'll make sure they reach out to you just so you have at least a 30 minutes heads up. Hopefully a little bit more. But we can get someone out there by 12 o'clock today. And it's going to be our comfort specialist, Matt.
Oh, when you muted. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry. Hold on.
You're good.
I'm so sniffly today. I don't want to sniff in everyone's
You're good.
faces.
You're good.
With their attendant arriving so that I can make sure I'm here on site.
Absolutely. I'll make sure they reach out to you just so you have at least a 30 minutes heads up. Hopefully a little bit more. But we can get someone out there by 12 o'clock today. And it's going to be our comfort specialist, Matt. And he takes a little bit of a load calculation of the system that's already there, measurements of the area, and he'll be able to give you the rundown of all of our options we have available for replacement, our turnaround time, rebate options, financing options. Any questions you have, please pick his brain, and I know he'll take good care of you.
Wonderful. I appreciate it. Yes, I have a good sense, I think, on the size of the unit that's going to be needed, yada, yada, yada. The other thing I would say, if give Matt a heads up, is right now, it's a split system, heat pump HVAC system. The heat pump is working fine, but it is also the same.
You got there eventually.
My kids have been trying to teach me how to do that forever.
I wonder if I could, Ugh, my finger just doesn't want to be straight. But look at this one. I like the cute little.
There we go. Yeah.
This is almost a great build value statement.
So great.
What made it so fantastic is not only that she said all of those things, because that can feel transactional if you have to go through that list every single time, but he asked her for that. That's one of the reasons he chose them. So if you keep that in mind, that is a very mindful, a very strategic, and a very personalized build value statement.
Yeah. I love that she mentioned he'll go over your rebate options. That's like when you go to find a program to do your taxes with, you want to find the person or the program that's going to get you the most deductions. Like, it just feels so good that they're looking out for you.
Right. Really cool. And she mentions the technician's name. There's some value about how he's going to find the solution.
Yep.
Different options. Really callbacks in this call. What were you going to say, Shelly?
Yeah. Oh, I just love that she said he was going to give you all the options, like unit options, just all the options. It's just really nice to know that you have different options.
Right. Well, I am realizing now we're 3 minutes over the half hour, so we're going to wrap up. I know, I didn't even realize. We'll wrap up, but this is a really good place to stop. This is a great call. I'm glad we did this one last. And on a good note. So if you were still with us, just know that next week is our 100th episode of This Call May Be Recorded, and the Brigham Dickinson is going to be on with us. I am so excited to have him. So he is the creator and founder of Power Selling Pros. And it's going to be awesome. We're going to listen to some calls, and I'm so excited. I hope y'all see us then. Thank you, Shelly, for being here.
Thank you, Tatiana.
Bye.
Bye.